Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. And joining us in the studio is Steve Nichipor from Bretton Woods. How are you, Steve?
I'm great. How are you?
Always good to see you.
Absolutely.
You were just here a little while ago. But,
feels like yesterday.
That's right, but we're going to talk some more about what is going on at Bretton Woods. I mean, you guys opened up last Sunday.
Yeah.
Had a great day, you said.
Huge, yeah. 600 skiers. Best ever for that opening day. We've done that for a few years where we open one trail as soon as we can and have it be free. Get food for a local food pantry donated. And
Great.
it was about double what we had last year. Of course, it was a Sunday, so that helps.
Right.
It's often been a midweek. But yeah, it's great. People are psyched to get out and ski.
That was it. The buzz that morning was kind of funny. Everybody was like, "Oh, we got to go up to Bretton Woods," and I think people are ready.
They are ready.
They want to do some skiing. So
and it's coming soon.
So is there a projected date for Bretton Woods right now?
This week,
this
for
week,
sure,
okay,
and
great.
Perhaps as early as Tuesday. There's still a lot of snow on that trail that was open, the range view under the Zephyr chair.
Yeah.
And so as soon as it gets cold tonight, I think, looks like tonight's going to be cold enough.
That's what they're saying.
What's great is that it looks like it's cold enough for several days straight, not just 6 hours or 12 hours. So you get a lot more snow piled up when you're making it around the clock.
Yeah, stopping, starting doesn't work as well. But, of course, Bretton Woods is up in that natural snow belt anyway, so that is a nice bonus.
Absolutely.
Up there. And also temperature belt, so you guys can make a lot of snow and get it ready. Now,
we're going to get some real snow out of this storm. It's raining out there, but it's a cold rain, and it's supposed to get cold later, so it should switch over there sooner than down here.
One of the things I want to just touch base with you mentioned the Zephyr chair or whatever, is that Bretton Woods has some great on-mountain accommodations. That's not the right word. Accommodations. The places to stop and have a snack and everything else.
Yeah.
Give a little rundown of those places.
Well, probably the coolest, most unique is up at the Stickney cabin, which is over on Mount Stickney. The lookers left, skiers right of the mountain.
Yeah.
Right on our boundary, basically. A log cabin up there. You take a T-bar to get to it. It's mostly gladed skiing, although there is one groomed beginner run, and all natural snow, no snowmaking. But we have a little log cabin. Got a guy up there that's the caretaker, and he serves some food, serves some drinks, and people just have a great time going up there.
It's a great little
good atmosphere.
That's cool.
And then there's Latitude 44, the restaurant right at the top of the Bethlehem. This year there's a new waffle hut at the base of the mountain, so you can get right off the chairlift and ski over and you have a waffle and head back up, and people seem to like that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things I think that makes skiing fun, of the kind of the little places you can discover on mountains, the little tucked away places, and maybe for a moment you get to think, okay, it's just me on the mountain.
Absolutely.
And enjoying it. So that is one of definitely the things that Bretton Woods has to offer. And any big plans for this winter that they've got up there, or is it?
There's a little bit of new snowmaking equipment. So the Learning Center got some new snowmaking guns, and they tried those out last week, and we're pretty pleased with the quality and quantity of snow that they got in a short period of time. So that's always good. Let's see. This weekend's the opening, so that's
right.
Big Warren Miller movie on Friday night.
That's always fun. Always got a good bunch of people up there for that.
That's awesome. And they have a brew tasting on Saturday. So you get the movie on Friday, the brew tasting on Saturday, 20 different breweries this year, which I don't even know how they're going to fit them in up there, but that's a lot of different beers to try.
That's great.
And then they're doing a winter clothing drive for local folks that can't get all the winter clothes that they need. So
great.
On Sunday, if you have old stuff you don't need, bring it up and donate it, and somebody who needs it will find use for it.
Well, that's terrific. Now, one of the unique things, too, about Bretton Woods, besides the fabulous skiing that you have, right across the street, you've got the Omni Mount Washington Resort, so there's always stuff going on there.
Absolutely.
Plus, you've got, your zip line tours and everything else. So let's talk about that as opposed to, maybe I'm not into skiing today, or I want to take a break from skiing, especially if you're going to be there for a while. You have a lot of options.
That's right. We do guided snowshoe tours, by reservation. So those are popular with folks that don't ski. We get a lot of folks wanting to do that. I do guided backcountry tours as well for people that want more adventurous stuff. If they want to go ski tucks, or they want to climb Mount Washington or go ice climbing, I do that with folks, again, by reservation.
Yeah.
then we have the Canopy Tour, which is kind of like an adventure for anyone who's adventurous. It's not a real skill-based adventure, but it's an active adventure where you're involved, and pretty much anyone that just wants an adventure, they're going to love it.
Yeah, and what are the ages for that?
12 and up and 100 pounds and up is the minimum.
Yeah.
No upper age, no upper, well, upper weight is 250.
Yeah.
But no upper age. We've had, I think, 90-year-olds do it.
That's awesome.
You do have to be in good health and reasonable fitness, but you don't have to be a super athlete or anything.
Right.
And yeah, it's great. It's about 3 hours, and we have a zip and ski ticket, so you can do that, and you can get a ski ticket for either the same or the next day or the day before. And it's, I think, $100, maybe $129 on weekends, and it's a great deal.
Yeah, what a great way to do that. Kind of mix that up. And,
Yeah.
And we've talked about it before, that I just think that doing that on a snowy day just must be
it's phenomenal.
So much fun.
It's phenomenal. You feel like those scenes in Star Wars where you're shooting out in hyperspace where the snowflakes are coming right at you. It's definitely pretty special.
Well, you do take off in one place and land in another, so it is pretty much like hyperspace.
And you are going fast, so to most people it feels quite fast.
Yeah, I think that would just add to the whole experience. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to do that.
Yep.
And how you mentioned about reservations.
Right.
How long in advance, if you know, hey, I'm coming up in January, should you make the reservations now?
Can't hurt, right? We have a 48-hour cancellation policy on most things. So if the week before plans change, there's no loss.
Yeah.
So you can call us and say, hey, sorry, I can't make it. So you might as well make it now, get things planned, because otherwise, we have a lot of people that do a lot of different things, and the right person may not be available to take you on the adventure you want if you're if you wait till the last minute.
Yeah, but that's great with the 48-hour cancellation policy, because I don't know what I know I'm going up in January, but I don't know the whole picture. So
right.
That's great. That's a nice little bonus that you have
and
right up there.
Yeah, and plus you can always switch. If you want to go ice climbing, and God forbid there's no ice in January, well, you can always do a canopy tour. And
do you need ice for ice climbing, Steve? Is that an important factor in there?
I tend to prefer it personally,
Yeah.
And I think most beginners would prefer it. Certainly the cutting edge of ice climbers out there, there's not a whole lot of ice involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to have good, solid, cold weather beforehand.
Now, what speaking of ages, what age do people, or could you start ice climbing?
It depends on the kid a lot at those lower ages. I've had kids as young as about 10 or 12 try it. I can't remember exactly what the youngest was.
Yeah.
The beauty is with some of the newer tools that are lighter and make it a lot easier, plus, ironically, the popularity of ice climbing, the ice has holes in it. And so you go to a popular spot and you can just hook the tools in. Where it used to be you had to swing them and bash them at the ice, and your arms would get more tired. But now it's a lot easier for smaller, younger people to try it.
Oh, that's great.
So it's a cool thing, even if it's just something you do once, it's amazing to try.
Now, where do you do the ice climbing?
It depends on the person, depends on the conditions. So sometimes right here in North Conway, we'll go over to Cathedral Ledge. Other times up in Crawford Notch, where there's a wealth of ice climbing up there, Frankenstein Cliff especially. But it really depends on the person and the weather that day. If it's really cold and windy, we might pick someone who are a little more sheltered.
Right.
And and vice versa. If it's sunny and warm, you want to kind of get up high where you can enjoy
that,
soak it
absolutely.
in. Yeah.
So what's the best way to, obviously you can go to the website, BrettonWoods.com.
Easy.
And find out all the information. And can you make a reservation and do all of that through that?
Online.
Or is the best thing to give a call? Or
some things you can. So Canopy Tour, you book online. Ski tickets, obviously, you book online. You can get your Warren Miller tickets online. Guided adventures like ice climbing, you want to call me directly.
Okay.
My phone number's on there, or email is on there as well. So those are set up person by person. So we need to have a little phone time to talk it over.
Right, to get all the facts in there.
Yeah, and just get to know people. I like to know who I'm climbing with before we go out there. It just helps make a better day.
Absolutely. Well, that sounds great. Well, good luck with opening up this week.
Thank you.
Up there at Bretton Woods, we're going to cross our fingers that we get a good amount of snow. Maybe a little bit tonight, and definitely up there. That'll be great. So
I'm looking forward to it.
there you go, Steve. Thanks so much for coming by.
My pleasure.
As always, finding out what's going up there at Bretton Woods. And if you need more information, definitely go to BrettonWoods.com and get all the big scoop and make reservations and everything.